What is hours in that evening?
No, he usually does 7.
Oh, like
Yeah, he usually does that. If he does night, it's not often.
you threw it at me?
Oh, you're too loud to hear.
Did you?
I didn't even see you right here. It's like a fuzz.
Oh, I'm like, I thought it was.
You see, yeah, I saw you. Go like, where's that coming from? I think it came from here. I bet it was on your shirt or your sleeve.
Sort of. All right, I don't know what happened there. I don't know why it suddenly just completely quit. No idea. I guess it'll work. Still in the process of setting up, but welcome to live CANDLEPIN bowling, Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg, Mass. A little late because Gary and I were talking about good old times and things that are happening. Found out it is official, the palace will be no more. That's getting knocked down and being turned into condominiums. And good news is, this is way too touchy. There we go. The good news is, found out Harvard Lanes is not going to die. It's going to be a mixed bowling center, apparently. That's what I heard. Not sure how true or false it is, but there we go. Now to get this thing set up, because I'm running a bit behind here. The computer's not even set up at all yet. All right, now the computer's all set to go. I wonder if I had this thing too tight in the tripod, because I literally came back and YouTube was shut off. Anyway. Actually, this is the one I want to use. Now it's recognizing that it's plugged in. All right, now let's get going. Now, it'll be interesting because, remember, the last thing I did was duck pin. So, I might be lobbing and sending a lot of balls way left. Let's see what happens. Well, coming off of ducks, that ain't too bad. That's welcome to Putnam Street. lob those two. Would have been 9 no matter what. Again, welcome to Putnam Street. You could almost not be any more flirting with the gutter. That's a spare. I mean, as soon as it hit the pin, it dropped in. But the thing is, it hit the pin. Therefore, it counts. If it dropped, then hit, no good. El Stinko, the bonus ball. Epco Urethane Proline, the only thing professional you're going to see on this channel. Let's see what we get. Once again, Putnam Street saves it again, but it slid the 5 pin so you can't see it. We got a 7. And again, just barely behind the lob line. If that were only ball 2. There's a lovely 2 to ruin everything. And here's the halftime. End of the game will show you the score. We got a 7, a 9, a spare, a 10. First ball knocking down 7. And then that lovely 2 just to ruin things. However, it's a 45. So power went out of your practice last week. Yeah. YouTube decided to quit on me when I started the video. I see it's still running. Alrighty. High single done here on this lane, 148. Low of 44 at Mason's. If we can hit 80 to 100, that's the average skill of a casual league bowler. And I've seen numbers to back that up. So as long as we hit 80 or more, we're good. It is great. Yeah, it's going to take a moment to get the duck pin out of the arm there. That's a 7. Eight is great. To hit minimum, we need 12. Well, we had the flux capacitor and a lovely 7. Last frame, we need 5. Hey, look who's here to welcome me back from duck pits. It's Bob Caleri. Hi, Bob. This is the easiest place to get rid of them. It's still not easy. We got our minimum 5. Let's keep going. Oh, yes. Show Bob Caleri the door, which means the spare ends where they'll stinko the bonus ball. 5 will get us to the middle of average. Way too thin, but we got it. All right, not bad for coming off of duck pins. That frame definitely sucked. That wasn't good. That wasn't good. That wasn't good either. The fills were decent. We got a 93. And now it's time for the all-important match game. If my score of 93 matches the random number, I win a free game. Well, 3-part matches, but if I got a 53, I think the random number goes from 50 to 120. I've never seen it go beyond either. All right, so 53. I'd rather have the 93. And goes that. Game number 2. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't mean to Alpha Omega Sin people. I want to see if anyone said something. All right, this is the part where you show me something. There we go. Nothing more. All right. I cannot do the curly voice without breaking. Perfect. There we go. Which means it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will this bonus be? Strike ball. Got left with that. 7. Not a bad leave. Decent out with a 9. Unfortunately, that's an Emily. Fortunately, it's a spare. No strikes yet, but it's a young. A is young. El Stinko the bonus ball yet again. Let's see what we get. Worst ball, same result. Helpful pins. Still kind of a crappy leaf, but a 7. Perfect. 2 in a row. And I know people that watch this religiously get tired of me saying this, but there are new people that come all the time. In candlepins, unlike the other disciplines, if you get any 3 combinations of spares and or strikes in a row, it's a turkey. And if I remember, I let the animation play and show it to you. But that's if we get a spare or a strike with El Stinko the bonus ball. Got a Putnam Street 8. Makeable turkey here. Bowling God's middle finger remains for 9, and we got a very hefty first half. Not indicative of what might happen. It would still not, if I repeat, it still will not beat the high single. We got a spare in 1, 9 and 2, first ball knocking down 7. Spare again in 3, spare again in 4, first ball knocking down 7. 9 and 5, first ball knocking down 8. 70 at the half. Best half here, it did it twice, is 87. Like I said, another 70 half would be great, but it will not beat the high single, which is 148. High triple, who knows? That's 325. This game could make it a possibility. Let's find out. Welcome to Putnam Street. Welcome to Putnam Street on ball one there. Hell, I was off and I still got a spare. Which means once again it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what it gives us. El Stinko stinks for the leave, but a 7 feels pretty good. Where are my bowling balls? Well, here's one of them. Now that's a dumb luck spare. And people say, why do you call it a dumb luck spare? Did anyone see that one coming? Nobody did till that pin started rolling. That constitutes a dumb luck spare. It was a good shot. Once again, El Stinko the bonus ball. 3 frames to get 100. 2 for a bonus will guarantee that. I've been off, but the Putnam Street action's been saving it. That's an 8. We're set up for a Cinderella game. That is a game 120 or higher. And another spare. Which means once again, El Stinko the bonus ball. It seems if we don't give them the airtime, they've been doing better. Did not pay attention. We got 3 in a row. As I've said, 3 spares or strikes or any combination thereof in a row is a turkey and candlepin. El Stinko. 3 pins will guarantee a Cinderella. El Stinko really stunk that one, but the 7 is nice. That puts us in Cinderella territory. Left the devil's bedpost, just eking out a curse of the fill for Pete. We need a mark and a good fill if we want to have a chance at nicking the high single. And people ask, why do I do that? I always do that on the first strike on a live stream. That way, if somebody jumps in, sees I get a strike and I don't do the bow, they know we've done it at least once before. It's gonna take a lot. But if we can get 9 pins out of the 2 El Stinko the bonus balls, new high single, but just barely. there it goes. But you know what? This is, I think, the third time ever I broke 140. Unfortunately, it's a 5 because it went in the gutter. No broken. That would have been 150 if it didn't go in the gutter. But we're not going to complain about 145. So close to my high single. So close. So close. It could have been a 150 if it did not drop into the gutter. Hello, Ryan. Kyle Young. Exploring new elevators. Hello. And Jacob, I don't remember to say hello to you, but I hope New Palace Lanes comes back. Oh, I got news on that. It's not. That and the vacant building next to it are being torn down and condos are going in. However, another Candlepin Lane that closed, Harvard, was bought and is being rebuilt, apparently as both a Candlepin and 10-pin house. So Harvard Lanes is coming back. Have you ever seen Candlepin bowling? Does this even exist? I have never seen Candlepin. How does this even exist? Because we're in New England. And to make this long story short, two people in Worcester owned a 10-pin alley, thought the game was getting too easy because people are getting 300s, tweaked the formula and made Candlepins because they wanted a game that was hard. Hello, elevators in New England. Exploring new elevators, they said hello already. So we came so close to the high single, 3 away. Anyway, so that's how Candlepins came to be. And by the way, more people, when you put all the Candlepin bowlers and all the 10 and the same number of 10-pin bowlers together in the same room, you would have more 10-pin bowlers that hit 300 in 10-pin than Candlepin bowlers that have hit 200 in Candlepin. That's how much harder it is. You're considered a god if you can break 200. Game number 3, also known as the big letdown after a 145. I'm going to throw some balls down there and try to get number 4 to return. Now, that would have been the most dumb luck of strikes if that ever were to have happened. As Casey McCool would say, wood player, fair object, that's a spare. Been in the Gulf Shores, no. 8 for a new high triple. Thank you, Tim. And hello, Tim. Time for El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what we get. Oh, that was so close to almost hitting the lob line, but just barely, barely. That was a good ball. Unfortunately, it's a 4 and a really crappy lead. Well, I'm hoping this isn't the Great Collapse starting. It could just be a crap frame. First of the fill at 7. We'll call it a crap frame right now. I'm hoping they never employ Mason's magnets in the pins thing. Of course, that's all a joke, just like the Welcome to Masons thing. Anyway, once again, time for El Stinko the bonus ball. Why does that keep showing up? Happy I got a 212 subs. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. 200's a good mark. And if you haven't been at it all that long, that ain't too bad. It's usually an exponential thing. You start really slow and then it builds up. El Stinko the bonus ball. Anyway, to prove the point, it took me what, like 5 months to hit 100,000 views amongst every single video I made. And then within that year, I hit 1 million. Anyway. My subs are still like 23, 24K somewhere. Let's see what else Stinko does. Where was the Putnam Street love that time? El Stinko stinks with a 2. After 3, we have Larry Bird. Saved it. That's a 9. How does that happen? That was set up for a spare. And that wood just went towards it and went away from it. How does that happen? You know how to spell it. S-K-R-U-D. Niner and a halftime. Again, as I always say when it reaches a certain point, not indicative, but you never know. Spare 7, first ball knocking down 4, then another spare, then a 9, and unfortunately the first ball only knocked down 2, and another 9. We are at 51. Let's see what we get. Speaking of the tongue-in-cheek thing, welcome to Masons. Can't say I sucked there. I mean, the 8's decent, but I just got screwed again. was a perfect shot. Again, screwed. Sometimes I hit the pad for lane 9 instead of 10, wondering why it's not taking my score. And that's a 10. According to Tim Ross, if I get 20 more points in these 3 frames, I've nicked the high triple. To reach decency, bare minimum, we need 11. I got the 4 horsemen. One of my least favorite leads. The only good thing about it is good chance to at least get a decent out of it. But a spare's even better. 1 point guarantees minimum acceptance. More points guarantees possibly a new triple. 325 has stood too long. I just want to remind you where we are. That was a good ball, though, but remember where we are. 9 fill. I think that did it, just that alone. At least tied it. What should have been a spare, but's a 10. So I think, according to the land of Tim Ross, we have now just eked over a new high triple. Yeah, he was smart. We end with a whimper. And that's a 7. Nice score, though. That frame sucked. That fill sucked, and so did that one. But we got $1.05. Yeah, I believe we're in the 330s now, if my quick, in my head math may be somewhat remotely accurate. Cape Cod Canal. We have not yet matched, ever since our matching streak. 105. You know, I didn't even see what the last one was. But I know it wouldn't have mattered because it doesn't pass 120. Oh, if I got a 69, I would have matched and got a free game. But I'll take 105. Game number 4. start with 9. Cherry pick an 8. That helps out. Once again, it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball times 2. Buzzards Bay Main Street. I bet it's Candlepin. If it's an older place, chances are. 2 El Stinko the bonus balls on a strike. And in this place, I forgot to mention the other time when I struck, I have on multiple occasions, I believe 4 times, got a double. Strike 7's not the greatest, but for the score, not bad. And Curse of the Fill, the 7. I gotta remember, if I get a 10 or better on the 5th frame, not to hit the button right away so I don't have to sit and wait for the animations. I could turn them off, but when I get the turkey, I want you to see it. Anyway, halftime. 9 and 1, 2 and 8, strike in 3, Curse of the Fill, the 7 in 4, which is the strike fill. That's the only good thing about that one. And a for 51. You plan to go to Sunnyside. Sunnyside, hello Matthews Coin and Card Collecting. Yeah, that is on my radar. I've seen the place. It looks like it's about, maybe it's not as easy as this place, but it looks easy, but looks can be deceiving. Let's continue this one. A 9. This time the Four Horsemen steal the game for 6. 3 frames to get 14 for minimal. Told the bowling god what I think of their middle finger waving. That's a 10. Crap, 7. Those 2 times I threw the ball and only took out the 10 pin. That's again effect of the duck pins, having to twist my wrist right to try to. But actually, no, I don't know why it's twisting right. It probably is from the ducks, even though I had to twist left to get to hit anything. Anyway, 7 to hit middle of average. Thanks, Headpin, for doing absolutely nothing. Was aiming for the 2, but hey, we got 8. Yeah, not too bad. Alright, kinda sucked. That sucked. That kinda sucked. But at least it was a fill. 91. And something came up, and let's see if I can get it before it fades. There we go. How many games have you won? Oh, the free games? I had a streak in 2 weeks where I won a free game, and then I came back to play and I won 2 free games. Have never won since. Have never won prior. So 91's the magic number. You know, if we do match, because you've seen it 3 times, I will show it. And, well, I matched the 1. The 9 is upside down. I guess that still don't count, though. Game number 5. Oh, rare already. I am kind of pushing it slightly because I'm a little behind schedule. I have things to do. Yeah, record the last of One Way while I'm in the basement doing my laundry. There isn't a lot of time to do anything nowadays. Anyway, game number 5. getting screwed left and right today. That's a 9. At least I got that going. Oh, there's the Fitchburg City Anthem, if you can hear it. Where are my bowling balls? Second ball didn't go as expected. Oh, we got 8. So long as I didn't touch the rolling pin, we'd be fine. Hitting moving objects while in motion, when they're in motion, when you throw, do not count. If they are still, you throw the ball and then they move. It counts because it was still when you made your delivery. Didn't need it. 27 for 3. Wow, I meant to say 10. I gave you the score. So fuck. Pulling God's middle finger for now. And another stink frame of 4. And with that is halftime. 9, 8, 10, 9. The lovely 4, we're at 40. Matthew's coin. I know it's far, but would you try Norwood Sports Center? Don't even know where that is. Oh, Norwood Sports Center. Norwood. Might be the hint. Depends how far it is from work and what time I have. Sometimes things worked out, like Riverwalk and Exeter. Frame number 6. Barely staying alive with 8. Barely clinging to life. After all we've done today, we're barely clinging to life at this point. We knew that had to happen. And we knew we had to get screwed. We got only one insurance point. With the 10, we have 3 insurance points. Meaning the last frame we need at least 7. I stand corrected, 5. And that's one of the reasons why, kids, you don't aim for the center. Yeah, because 8's kept us alive. We had a 9 and a 10, which is 3 insurance points. So we needed 5 and we got 8. Yeah, so this is the weak one so far, and I'll be happy if this is the weak one. I have a feeling it won't be. That sucked. Other than that, it was just a lot of getting screwed and a lot of not doing so hot, but 83. for the Magic Match game. Well, if I got 76, I would have matched. I'll tell you, those 2 days that I matched, like I said, I matched once, and then I came back, and then the second time I came, I matched twice. That was the only times I've ever matched. And I mean, you only got a 50 to 120 window in which to get it in. So we knew the 145 was not going to match. So we didn't bother. Game 6. Who knows, but it's a 9. I have to plug the battery back in. I need the phone's battery, like I said, to do the final push for this week's one-way. Then a crappy 7. Because I felt like going halfway to Worcester twice. See where this is going. And going down the toilet still. Looks like the Great Collapse has finally started. Another 7. Of course, that's how it's going to happen. Yep, the Great Collapse has started. That's the 6. We are way underwater at this point. It's exactly where I had to put it. No dumb luck spare there. That was exactly where I had to put it. Time for El Stinko the bonus ball after I tell you of this horrible half. It's rebuildable thanks to El Stinko. 9, 7, 7, 6. So far, the half is A rebuildable 39. Let's see what else Stinko does. Well, Stinko lives up to its name with a craptacular 2, bringing it to a 41.5. Yeah, I think this game's over. Caleri for 5. First of the fill. Nine kind of helps. How Putnam Street was that? Middle finger for 9, still barely above water. I think that's the first time the kingpin stood alone for 9. All right, we need 7 to just barely make it. And the low score of the day went down even lower with a 2, but it's still decent. I mean, an 8. 2 is what was left. Let's see how many things were wrong with this picture. Crap, crap, sucked. Pretty much the front half destroyed the game, although we barely eked out a very minimal average skill game according to ICBA standards of casual league bowlers. So I'm actually putting myself a step above the village idiot that walks in for fun, like I am. All right, let's see if we get a match. 62. I'd rather have the 81. Balls are getting dirty, so let's clean the bowling balls for a halftime. There. Wasn't that the most exciting halftime show you ever saw in all of sports? I mean, the Super Bowl has nothing on that. So if you are actually responding, like I said jokingly before, it's a bit outdated, but I'm not Alpha Omega sinning you. There have been blips because I've tried the comments to pop up and it refused, so there's been blips in the radar, so you may have said something and I may not have seen it. Or everybody's just glued to their seats watching something that passes as bowling. Anyway, balls should be dry now. Let's continue the second half, game number 7. Three of the 4 horsemen down for now. All right, if I hit that horizontal plank roughly either just slightly off to the right or just barely off to the left, it may go into that other plank that you can barely see to knock down the 6. And the other thing knock down the 7. Although I didn't think that far right. Still, it was enough. Still, I saw it happening. So it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. This looks like it's a hair off to one side. Because when I put the thing back in the holder, it doesn't always go to the same position. As you can kind of see, there's a little bit of slop. It could be a little this way or a little that way. El Stinko, once again, stinks for the leave, but the 7's pretty good. And there's an 8. Another which was ball 2 moment. King goes down for the 10. That one slipped out, but we got the 8. And halftime report. Again, as I usually say this, the half may not be indicative of the final result. Could be better or worse. We got a 9, then a spare, then an 8. First ball knocking down 7 for the fill. 10 and another 8. 52. That's a strike with authority. Now we got 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. Let's see what we get. And I have double striked here, I think 4 times. And out of those 4, 3 times I came 1 pin short of a triple. Triple, which has never happened. Come on, admit it. That was a dumb luck spare. Nobody saw that. That was a gift. Welcome to Putnam Street. And of course, as we always say, gifts are very much accepted. Which means this may be slightly better second half. El Stinko the bonus ball yet again. Hopefully I did not turn around too early and saw what I mouthed. El Stinko went halfway to Worcester for a craptacular too. El Gutter, so that's an 8. Two frames to get 8 for the high end of average. Again, the gutter ball, but a 9. Barely got that one. Means this ends with El Stinko, the bonus ball. Being El Stinko wrapped it up. Stink leave don't matter. 7. This is better than getting an 81. And I got a crap fill there. Decent fill there. 118, which means the likelihood of matching is almost 0 because, as I mentioned, it goes from 50 to 120 as I noticed. So there's 3 numbers at or higher than what I did. And 70 was the magic number. So no match, no win. Tell you that, those 2 lonesome weeks back to back, the only times I've ever did. Was very lucky. You would think with a 60-point spread, 1 in 60 chance, I'd do better than this. Literally, those 3 times I matched ever since coming here. Actually, you know what? I think I've matched a few times, but I didn't know what it was. But 3 times ever since I was told what the match game was, and it was a real thing. Not just something left from a previous install if the CompuScore was from a previous place. Anyway, game number 8. Let's get this one going. That is a 9. Wasn't screwed on the second ball. It was too far to the right. Right half would give us nothing. From one of my least favorite ball 1 leads, a square. Which means, yet again, it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Like I said, I don't give it the publicity it seems to be us better. Not all the time, but usually. Let's see what else it gives us. The wrist twisted on me again. El Stinko stunk because I stunk. That was a 3. Curse of the fill, the diamond for 6. Got a 9. I took the risk because sitting there this long, I pretty much figured it's jammed. I think only once I read it wrong, and it was at the Palace, and you heard me S-bomb. Alrighty, we got a jam. Alrighty, looks like we're back in business. Hello, Joe. And we got a pin in the pit. You'll probably see that. Of course, if we can see a pin standing up in the pit, we want to get rid of it, because if any action occurs, it's a foul. Had that problem at the Palace once, and only once have I ever seen that. Well, I wait to see. I think he's gone. I think he's finally out of there. Let's all remember New Palace Lanes as the person that bought it and the vacant building next to it are being knocked down. start with an 8. Well, we start after the wait because we're now at halftime. We got a 9, spare, curse of the fill with a 6, first ball and knocking down 3, then a 9 and an 8. But we're at a halfway decent 45. Oh boy. If that were ball 1, things could have probably been better, but we got 8. The best we could have done on ball 2 was for those 2 and just pray. That would have been a very dumb luck spare. Oh, we got 10, which ain't too bad. Saw that one coming, even with it skipping over there. Wonder if there's a raised board. That happened in one of our videos once with Chris. Lane 6, I think it was. If your ball was heading between the 6 and 10 pin, the 2 far right ones, it would skip. Found out there was a roof leak. It leaked on a board and the board worked. Anyway, I'll stink of the bonus ball. I'm saying might be saying it too loud. It might be hearing us. That's why we haven't been giving it any publicity, because it seems they do better today if they don't get it. Hopefully they didn't hear that it's El Stinko. El Stinko stunk for the pins. El Strico. Which now means there's 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. And 4 times I have double striked here, and 3 of those 4 times 1 pin away from a triple. Alright, so we need at least 4 for a guaranteed 3-digit score. Screw from a double this time. Way too far left. I think the whole duck pin thing's still in the arm. Way overcompensated. 9 felt pretty good. And 9's what we're getting. Another nice score. I think I'm having a solid run today. one sucked, which stayed a sucky fill. Other than that, not too bad. 111. But remember where we are. You think if I go to a moderate house that all this will help? Because everywhere I go is hard except here. It'll be interesting to see what Harvard Lanes 2.0 is going to be like. Oh, if the random number was a previous score, 118. Game number 9. Actually hooked the wrong way. Crappy 6 start. That's better. Once again, 2 I'll stink of the bonus ball. Again, a chance at a double. I think if I succeed, it'll be the 5th one I've done. Here. Yep, that's a thing. The wood is good though. Both else go stunk. First one for the lead, second one for nothing. Crappy 5 for a strike. That's crap. That's weak, but we eked out an 8 and eked away from a curse of the 4. So the 8 pin becomes the 7.5 pin and stays up. Screwed again. And there's the Fitchburg City Anthem. And a spare. And El Stinko the bonus ball again. I am 4 or 5. Oh, frame 5. Okay. That one slipped out of my hand. Narrow leaves how I hate thee. 5 feels decent. Curse of the Phil, the 5. Well, nothing spectacular here. 6 and 1, strike and 2, 8 and 3, but unfortunately only 5 were knocked down for the Phil on the first 2 balls. Then a spare and 4, and Curse of the Phil, the 5 and 5, which is the Phil. The only thing good is the 4-9. Otherwise, half that game pretty much stunk. And a 9. Welcome to Masons. And another craptacular 5. The only good thing here is at least an 8. Now I have to hit that. Okay, I have to hit that closest piece of wood on the right. Maybe we can get it. Or actually, I think if we hit that piece of wood on the just left of the red line that you can't see. It was the right thing. And that's a 9. Again, gutter ball costs a point. 2 frames to get 8 for minimal acceptance. This game is so full of crap. 6. I think half the frames were garbage. Somehow I can get 2 points and make minimal. left enough. Just like that last 100 game I got at Brian's. I have no idea how I even passed here. That's a 9. It's actually not too bad of a score, but it's full of crap. Where does it suck? There, that fill, and that. And yet I got 87. That pile of horse dung somehow made an 87. Yet I have done better frames and not hit 80. Hello, Nico. All right, time for the match. Nope. It would say match at the bottom of my score. I needed a 64, which I would not want, really. Game 10. To prove again that I suck, I was aiming for the easy 2. It turned into the hero shot, which made an 8 into a 9. Kingpin remaining. Eked out a decent out for another 9. Week 7. 47.98. It's a bit weak. We got a 42, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, did you guys miss me while I was gone? Second half of 10. I only got 8. I mean, anybody should have got that spare. You had like 18 inches of lane, that would have worked. It was set up that good. It's also time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Actually, I was trying to hit the mute button. Apparently somebody thought everybody wanted to hear their car stereo. Well, it's different than hearing the Fitchburg City Anthem go by. Anyway, spare, El Stinko, it's too quiet. They know what they are now, so maybe they'll play nice. Nope, too quiet. They can hear me. 5 fill, but believes kind of meh. Okay, in the right spot, and it works. While there's a lot of noise going on, it's time for our El Stinko again. Let's see what this one gives us. We need 3 to guarantee bottom end of average. And there's another frame after. craptacular leave, so El Stinko stinks for that. But the 7 feels pretty good. Curse of the fill, the 7. All right, 1 point to hit middle of average. Well, that's more than one. Two El Stinkos. Can we double? I think it would be the 5th time here. And we have a pin in the pit. It's too quiet. El Stinko knows when it's their turn. Well, that's the first one, actually. This is a strike. And weak ass for a strike, but a 7 fill, still good. Having a better than average run. Imagine one day if I actually lock in and actually can do good at this. Keep in mind where we are though. Crap frame, crap fill. Yeah, fill, that's all right. Crappy first ball, but I don't think it would have mattered much because even if it was a spare, it wouldn't be much higher than 106. All right. Good morale booster, but we'll take it. Yeah, that one time, those 2 days I matched, and I can't if my life depended on it now. All right, if I got a 104. Yep, a 104. I got a 106. Now I have to pay $350 for a game. Next time. No freebies next time. Game 11. We still have 2 more games for that. Got a Putnam Street 9. Literally anywhere else, even the Palace, that 2-pin would not have gone. kingpin remains for the 8. That ball just dropped in before it hit. That would slip, but at least we've got a decent 8. Middle finger for 9. Eke that one out with 8. Talk about a decent out. We got a 10. All right, and before we hit the button, we got a 9 and 1, 8 and 2, 9 and 3, 8 and 4. Oops, broke the pattern. 10 and 5, 44. You know, when I try to aim left, it usually falls short. Obviously, the duck pin's still in the arm. We got 9. The helicopter crash in ball 2 is the only thing that made that a decent 8. Another 9er. 2 frames to get 10. Middle finger for them. We have a low frame of 2 today. We need just 1. And down the toilet we go. Crash and burn, it's a 4. At least it's not the lowest game today. The lowest so far is 81. Now that I said it, we know what's going to happen on the last game. Maybe. Okay, we know that sucked. And no marks. So 83. My highest scoring game with no marks is a 92. So it could have been a pretty good no mark game. Hit yes, not match. 66. I'll take the 83. All right. I'm looking at the stats from MGM Springfield. They have it as crash and burn 79 or lower at 3-2, because we haven't done that yet. They have it 4-1, 80-89, 9-2, 90-99, 73-3 for 100-110. And then when you get to the 111-120, it's around 99-1, and from any number further up. We haven't crashed and burned yet. 81's the low. Final game. Let's see. Let's see if the obvious payout happens. But before we do, we'll clean my hands to assist in it not happening. Remember, it's only an assist. It's not a guarantee. That one fell out. In the land of Putnam Street, you never know if a slow would knock the pin down, so that's 8. See the kingpin. Here comes the crash and burn with 7. An 8, but that's not enough. screwed. Now we need 10s. That 10 helps a little bit. And so far the 3 to 2s are barely not going to win. Halftime, 8, 7, 8, 7, 10, 40. We're barely on life support. The crash and burn game, probably. Really? I'm barely staying alive. Barely alive. Something good would be nice. Tens definitely help, but marks would be nice too. Nines help, we need 5. The 3 to 2s will not get it. 6 will tie the low game of the day. But we got a 2 and we got some 4s, so... Well, we made it, and that's about it. We end with a 10. That's pretty much the only strong point there. So we barely acceptable game. But the important thing is all of them were acceptable. And we got a pin in the plate. Pin in the deck. As you can see right there. I cannot hold it still. You're going to have to deal with the jitter there. Sucked. It was okay there. Again, for a no mark, 85 ain't too bad. So, that'll be it from Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg, Massachusetts. And this is George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.